Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Ruben!
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, bringing you all the really cool stuff. And this stuff this is great. From all around the world. This is all international stuff, I believe.
It is, yep, absolutely.
All right.
If we've got our right boxes,
That's
as
right.
per usual.
We're going to start off with the odd one out. And
Yes.
you'll see what I mean as we work our way through the unboxing.
It's an odd one out, but it's one that we know is always popular. We get these in typically a couple of times a year, and they're always very popular. Assuming we've grabbed the right box, these should be the 1 ounce gold buffaloes out of the US.
Which I think a couple of are already pre-sold.
There's a lot of people chasing these ones.
So if you're after a gold buffalo,
check the link below.
don't take too long, because I think Ruben's a bit crusty with me for not bringing enough of them in.
They always go well. They're these ones, as opposed to the American Eagle, are actually a pure bullion coin, as opposed to being 22 carat. And so I think they're always, they're a nice one, nice classic design.
And there's no GST on them because they're pure.
That's it.
And that's what it always comes back to.
So they always go well. So I'm always on team. Let's just come on, get a few more in. But we'll see how we go. If these ones go, we'll try and get our hands on some more.
There's a mix in there, mate.
Oh, all right. What else have we got? Oh, all right. I might save that for later.
We'll come back to those ones. Let's have a look at these ones first, because the other ones are part of
these other boxes.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll get the outlier done first.
That's it.
I'll get a glove on because these will be naked. Of course, then you can't open them because you can't get a fingernail.
That's the problem with gloves. As someone who's had to encapsulate many a coin, you need the gloves to be able to put the coin in, but you need the dexterity of your fingers to pull the capsule apart half the time.
Alrighty, so these are the 1 ounce buffalo, and I believe, where's my glasses? Are they stamping the year on these things?
Doesn't look like it, at least
they
on
do.
that side.
I'm sure they do. Let me flip it over quickly.
I think it is on the Indian side. Yeah, the bottom left there.
Yep, it is. So we'll come back, but these are stamped this year's. And they're American coins, so they always confuse me. I'll show you why in a minute. So that's the buffalo on this side, which is its namesake. And you can see United States of America across the top. In God we trust. $50 is its face value, and 1 ounce 4 nines fine gold. So a beautiful coin, and as Ruben's already alluded to, it's pure, so it doesn't incur GST, unlike the Eagle. Now this is where the American coins confuse me, because in Australia we go
flip
like that, but the Americans do a vertical flip, not a horizontal flip. So it throws me every time. So on the other side we have the words Liberty and the year, which is stamped right down there. You can see it's 2023. And the Indian chief on there. I was reading, and I wish I'd read it just before we come on camera, but there's a fascinating discussion on Wiki about the character that they actually portray on there, or the gentleman they actually portray on there. And it's a fascinating read, so if you've got a chance, have a squiz through if you're a bit of a coin nerd like me.
It's not the be all and end all, but that old horizontal / vertical flip is always one of the first things you can do to check if any of the buffaloes you're holding might be genuine or not. It's always something to check.
Now we'll come back to the other part of the box in a minute, because I think I want to open this one first.
Alrighty.
If I can work out how to open it.
Just like that, by the looks of it.
Here we go. Belcambi CombiBars.
There we go, in silver as well.
Silver. Now look, let's get this with all the Valcambi stuff we're about to open, because it's all CombiBars. It is always going to be cheaper to buy, in this case, 100 grams of silver. It's always going to be cheaper to buy another 100 gram silver bar than it is to buy the CombiBars or Kit Kat bars, whatever you want to call them. They are dearer, okay? Right out from the start. It's always going to be cheaper to buy the same size in like a locally produced or a Perth Mint or whatever your flavour is. But these are unique. They come in these beautiful packages, And they're all, you can see this one here, this is a 100 by 1 gram. So each one of these, this is a 100 gram silver bar, each one is 1 gram, and you can actually break these off. So they're really good for giving away as presents. You can break 1 gram off. They're really good as if you want to sell a portion of your bar back, you don't want to sell the whole lot. We often talk about, you know, the bigger you go, the cheaper it becomes, and it's the same with these. But the smaller you go, the more options you've got. This is the mix between the two. So you're getting that cheaper bar, you know, okay, it's not as cheap as a locally produced or a Perth Mint, but it's still cheaper for a 100 gram than it is for 100 by 1 grammers. But you have the optionality of being able to break them up. And believe it or not, people do. We've had them sold back grams at a time. We have had it in silver, although not so much, but particularly in the gold sizes, it's not unheard of that people will go, I've got a 100 gram CombiBar, I just want to trade in 10 grams, and they'll break us off 10 individual units, and they'll get the money for that. And again, we pay the same. We pay spot no matter what shape it comes in, as long as it's a bullion bar or coin.
That's it. They've got the details individual on each 1 gram there, so that's it. It has its stamp of weight and purity on each individual one, so that's it. There's nothing wrong with snapping off a couple of them and just paying or trading or, you know, whatever you need.
I've actually got this one upside down for you.
Oh,
Should have been that way.
No, that's all right.
But it all looks great. And then on the other side, it's just the design on there.
The Valcambi logo.
Yep, with 999, 9 or 0.9 on the other side. Beautiful bar. So we've got them while stocks last, and Rube hinted at this right at the start. We only get these in a few times a year, these types of things. They will not last long. I will bet my cotton socks on it.
The silver particularly, I remember last time we got them in, disappearing very quickly. That was at a time that I don't think we had some of the other smaller fractional options, like we've got, you know, the Libertads at the moment, for example. Yep. But I think these will work out still cheaper premium-wise than some of those kind of ones. So they're a pretty good way to get fractional silver if you're chasing it in this kind of form. We love to see it.
Which is the other one that was in silver, do you remember?
I believe it was that box there.
This one? All right. So let's try the other silver one, which we think, same size, 100 grammers, but they're in 10 gram chunks, I believe.
Yep.
But we will find out momentarily.
We shall. Even comes with some handy dandy instructions there on how to break it apart. But they're nice and solid in their plastic sleeve there, but once you take them out of that, they aren't impossible to break apart. It's not one of those things. I have actually seen some of those other, well, just the Stagecoach bars, and they're kind of advertised as, you know, break them off into 4 smaller pieces, but
if you've got an angle grinder,
it takes some effort, yeah. Whereas these do kind of.
So same deal again.
Take some wiggling.
So 100 gram bar, but these break off in 10 gram chunks. So you'll find this one's probably, and I haven't run the numbers yet, but I'm assuming these are slightly cheaper than these will be.
Yep.
But again, remember, you're paying a premium. This is a premium product. You're going to pay a premium price, and it is every day of the week. It's going to be cheaper to buy a locally produced 100 gram cast bar. Whenever we release these things, we get that's so expensive, I can buy a locally produced cheaper. Yes, you can. Actually, I'll leave that one out. Absolutely you can. So we want to head that off at the pass. Alrighty.
We get a lot of people chasing them, as we've kind of hinted at, you know, for those smaller transactions, just the, you know, covering something small, or a lot of people for that, you know, I'm going to trade it in for, you know, the equivalent in groceries, or, you know, whatever it might be. We get a lot of people chasing them for their stack for that reason. And I've actually, not heaps and heaps, I don't get silver as a present all the time, but I have actually had a few come back my way as little gifts as well of the silver ones. They do work really well for that.
It is really good for that. And look, I mean, people quite often ask us, you know, what do I do if, you know, that worst case scenario does occur? How am I meant to spend this? You know, like I can't drop 100 grams just down at the supermarket for my bread and milk for the day. Well, this is an answer to that question. One of several answers that we can give you, but this is certainly one in the arsenal. I'm just going to get violent with this one. I can't get into it.
Stand back, everyone. And this solves a similar problem, but with a different metal.
That's right. I'm assuming these are all in sizes.
Believe so.
So, yeah. I know it looks like we've got heaps. And look, they're probably not likely to sell out in 2 minutes, but they will sell out fairly quickly. Now, this will be the 20 gram, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, 20 gram box.
Also, you know it's a terrible idea for us to be making predictions about how fast it will sell out because
you never know, do you?
we're always seem to be wrong.
Yeah, okay, so this is the 20 gram, same as the silver. You got a 20 gram bar, and yes, the Perth Mint 20 gram minted bar is cheaper, okay? Straight out. But the 20 gram minted bar from Perth, you can't break off into 1 gram sizes. So just a beautiful bar.
The serial number down there as well.
Yeah, and I believe, let's see if my eyesight's good enough. Is each one, no, it's not on these. No, they've just got all the detail on. I thought they serial numbered the individuals as well, but they don't.
Just the card itself.
So there you go. That's the one. Actually, we might flip it up that way, I think. So it looks better that way. So that's the 20 grammer. We've also got them in the, hopefully, we've got them after that big build up in the 50 grammer. And I believe, rip into this. Geez, I love working at this place.
Absolutely get to see some cool things for sure.
Yeah. Like Christmas every few days.
That's it.
I was just commenting before on camera how far behind we are with unboxings.
That's it. I've been away for a bit. We'll get some good unboxings happening soon.
So expect to see a slew of unboxings coming through over the next week or so.
That's it.
Week or two.
The getting to unbox them is kind of like the exciting, Christmas part or whatever. I don't know what you'd like and the paying the bills for them all as, but yeah. But actually having them arrive, that's a blast, and we get to share it on camera. So.
Yeah, so by the time they arrive, I paid for them so long ago.
You've forgotten the
pain of paying for them has disappeared.
That's it. Only excitement left.
All right, now same deal again, but this is for the 50 grammer.
Ooh.
Yeah, just like it's.
We can see your face reflected in that one.
Yeah, they're just beautiful. They really are. Stunning. A great way to buy 50 grams and have the options at the same time.
Yeah. I always used to say to people in the store, it's an expensive way to buy 50 grams of gold, but it's a fantastic way to buy 51 grams of gold.
Yeah.
That's how I always used to phrase it to people, and I think it still carries true. If you were going to be the type of person that wants lots and lots of fractional gold, it's a fantastic way to do it.
Absolutely it is.
But if you want just 50 grams of gold and you're not likely to want to spend fractional portions of it, I would probably still point you towards a 50 gram bar in that case.
Yeah, but it's still cool to have.
There is the cool factor. There is absolutely the cool factor.
And there we go. That's the 100 grammer. So
Big one.
Slightly different presentation. It doesn't have the little flippy part. It just puts it all into there. But there are 100 individual grams all contained in there. We'll flip it over so you can see the other side. And look, they don't fall apart if you open the packaging. They do take a little bit of effort, but they're certainly not difficult to undo. So this is the unboxing, and this is probably one of my favourites. So we've got the Valcambis in. Certainly in the short term, I wouldn't expect them to last very long. We don't bring them in very often. They are a pain in the backside to bring in. The logistical side of it is quite difficult. So if you're interested in this sort of stuff, grab them now while we've got them, because in 2 weeks' time when you phone up and say, Michael and Ruben did an unboxing a couple of weeks ago, I really want that, the chances are they're going to say, I'm really sorry, they're sold for now, you have to wait till next time, and it could be even into next year before we bring them in again. And then the Buffaloes, similar sort of deal there. We do have them in at the moment. They're not the sort of thing we bring in every week. We bring them in when we can. So if you're after the US Buffaloes, grab them while we've got them at a good price. Anything else in all of that, Rubes?
I think we're all good.
All right, that's it for now. We'll talk again very, very soon. See ya.